I want to help you pay your bills. I want to speak to anybody who likes to save time and money. I want to speak to anybody who's tired of buying from big box retailers. I want to speak to anybody that supports small businesses. How many of y'all receive money from Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal for the gigs that you do? In 2023, the IRS enacted a law that all income that you receive on your Cash App or your mobile payment systems is going to be taxable at the end of the year. So if you're doing it for personal or business, unless you have a business entity formed, you're going to owe 20 to 30% in taxes from all the transfers that you receive. So if you are doing business payments for your gigs or services, you're going to owe a big chunk at the end of the year in taxes. If you have a business entity formed, you can write off the expenses and be invoicing for what you're charging for, and then you can get your tax debt from 20 to 30% down to 5 or 10% with the applicable IRS standards for writing off business expenses if they're covered. So, once again, if you receive money for services as a 1099 employee, you're going to have to pay taxes 20 to 30% for receiving Cash App, Venmo, or any other mobile payment system like PayPal, Zelle, for services that you rendered because of the new law enacted January 1st, 2023. I looked at my Cash App the other day and I received $4,000 from businesses and services through Cash App. I invoice each one of my customers, and I am going to be able to write off those expenses and taxes to be able to take the liability of that $4,000 for the first half of the year through my payment app, and I'm going to be able to use my business expenses that's related to that to get my 20 to 30% down to 5 to 10% with the IRS tax codes and standards for writing off business expenses. I suggest everybody today understand that mobile tax payments and mobile payment apps are going to be taxed at a 20 to 30% rate, and that if you don't pay your taxes, you're going to face the penalties as outlined in the IRS document for not paying your taxes in 2023. I suggest everybody get to know the tax liability laws for mobile payment services, and if you're accepting payments through a mobile payment service like Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, that you start a business entity for the business services you provide and write off the necessary expenses to get your tax liability brought down to a more manageable level. TLG is the cheapest place in the nation to start your own business. For $39, we can get you an LLC, a corporation, or a nonprofit through our partners at Northwest Agent. And just remember, I don't want your money.